Okay guys, welcome to this video again, to this live stream. I'm not going to stop. 14 days in a row, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, Yon, Yonju, He, 14 days. That's amazing. Even though my right ear hurts me a lot, I'm going to go to the doctor after that. But we are not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. Every day until I speak Japanese. Today the program is the same. We're going to do Anki, 3 Ankis, and Thai grammar, and a few videos of this guy from this playlist. Let's check one thing here. Okay. Okay. So, as we said, 3 Ankis, Thai grammar. Also, I'm going to read this book and implement it later, and also I haven't made any videos on YouTube yet. I said I'm going to make videos every day on YouTube, but I don't know. I didn't find time to make videos on YouTube. I'm going to read this book and make videos on how to learn language, because I believe I'm a professional language learner. Even though I make mistakes, a lot of mistakes, but I love learning languages, and I believe I can learn Japanese in a record time. So I'm going to read this book and make videos about it. So this is the Tai Kim. So we're going to do Tai Kim, Anki, 3 Ankis, and
name this one what
Straight line. Just
where did this guy go?
Hello and welcome to
And this playlist. Okay, let's begin. My ear hurts a lot. I'm going to have to go to the doctor after that. Okay, let's start. First of all, let's do the Anki first. Let's do the G lap. J lap.
楽しみだ
Tanoshinida.
楽しみだ
Tanoshinida means anticipation. The guy is able to stop the time, is up to no good, and enjoying his current evil activities. Da declares something that's clear from context as Tanoshi, enjoyment, pleasure. Okay, so Tanoshimi is enjoyment and pleasure.
僕も寝る。
僕も寝る。僕も寝る。Sleep. I sleep too. Boku mo. Mo is two. Neru to sleep. Boku mo neru to sleep.
僕も飲む。
Boku mo. Boku mo nomu. Mo means two. Drink. Boku mo nomu. I also drink. Boku mo nomu. I also drink.
私も手伝う。
Watashi mo tetsudao. Tetsudou.
私も手伝う。
Watashi mo tetsudou. Watashi mo tetsudou. Te. Tsudou. I also help. Tetsudou. Help.
今日もありがとな。
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 Today also thank you. 今日もありがとな。Thanks for today too. From the context, it is clear that the person saying this was already grateful for yesterday. Na at the sentence and is added to add emphasis. In this case, ignore it for now.
僕がバカだった。
僕がバカだった。Datta is for the past tense. Baka means an idiot. I was an idiot. I was an idiot. Okay, so datta for the past tense. Baka idiot. I was an idiot. The ga particle puts strong emphasis on the previous word. Remember, boku wa baka from one of the previous cards. It means as for me. I'm an idiot. Boku ga baka da, however, means I am the idiot. Not you, or it's me who's the idiot and not him. Doesn't make sense? Have a look at the next card. Ga versus wa. The ga particle and the wa particle are related, but often cause headaches, especially for beginners. In fact, they are very easy to distinguish. I like J. Rubin's explanation very much. He's a famous Japanese translator. In a nutshell, he states, wa sets the preceding word as topic and makes the listener curious about what comes next. Ga, however, puts the listener's attention onto the previous word. So, wa sets the preceding word. The preceding means the next preceding word as a topic, no, the previous one. Preceding word. English Greek. Preceding means previous also. Wa sets the preceding word as the topic, and makes the listener curious about what comes next. Ga, however, puts the listener's attention onto the previous word. So wa makes the previous word the topic, while ga puts the listener's attention onto the previous word. If the speaker would pause after the wa, the listener's brain would whisper, yes, yes, and then what? Boku wa. Yes, yes, what? Baka da. Oh, you're an idiot. With boku ga baka da, however, the speaker would say, it's me who's the idiot. So explanation is taken from Making Sense of Japanese, page 34. Some more example, Making Sense of Japanese. Okay. Textbook. Free ebook. Okay, we'll look into it later. Okay, next one.
私が相手だ。
私が相手だ。私が相手だ。私が相手。相手だ。私が相手だ。I'm your opponent. 私が。You have to deal with me. 相手だ。相手 other party or the other. These can mean either opponent or partner, ally. This is a bit confusing, but usually clear from context. Read more about this here.
僕が神だ。
僕が神だ。僕が神だ。僕が神だ。It's me who's the god, and not someone else. The emphasis of boku also becomes clear from the intonation of this sentence. Press start to apply the audio.
僕が神だ。
僕が神だ。But that's not always the case. Kami, God. 僕が神が神だ。So Kami means God. Note that the emphasis ga puts on the previous word may not always be as strong as in these examples. For example, ga is often used to introduce a new topic that hasn't been mentioned before. Therefore, Taikim also calls it the identifier particle.
大丈夫私が行く
大丈夫、私が行く。大丈夫。大丈夫。 Watashi ga iku. It's me who goes. Iku means go. Together with Daijob.
大丈夫私が行く
Daijob. Watashi ga iku. This is very interesting. Together with Daijob, the speaker expresses the following. It's okay, calm down, Daijob. Because I go. Iku means go. And take care of the issue. Daijob. Calm down. Watashi iku. I go take care of the issue. Note that what I put in square brackets is not explicitly expressed in dedicated words. It's the figurative meaning called created by Daijob plus ga. Expression of ga is hard to understand, but if you want to read it, here's the link.
楽しみだ
Tanoshimida. Tanoshimi means enjoyment, pleasure, or it could be in anticipation. There is that meaning as well. Oh, my water, I forgot my water. This is fun. The guy is able to stop the time. Da declares something that's clear from context.
大丈夫僕がいる
Daijobu, boku ga iru. Daijobu. Daijobu. Boku ga. Boku ga iru. Daijobu, boku ga iru.
大丈夫僕がいる
Daijobu, boku ga iru. There's really no reason to worry because I, some very special being, am there. Iru, to be there, to exist, used for living things only. So to the music that's playing in the background.
大丈夫僕がいる
In the ethereal voice. It seems like the speaker is some very special being and tries to calm someone down. I actually have no idea what's really happening in this scene because I haven't seen this anime. So please excuse me if I wrote any crap about the plot. It's just the example that counts.
大丈夫僕がいる
Daijobu, boku ga iru. I am there. Iru, to exist, iru.
僕も寝る
Boku mo neru. Boku mo neru.
僕も寝る
Boku mo neru. Means I am also not drinking. Neru. Sleep. I sleep too. Neru, sleep.
私も手伝う
Tashimo. Tetsudao.
私も手伝う
Tetsudao. Tashimo. Tetsudao. I too tetsudao. I also help. Tetsudao, help.
今日もありがとな。
今日もありがとな。今日もありがとな。Thanks for today. 今日もありがとな。Thanks for today too.
僕も飲む
僕も飲む。 I drink too.
僕も飲む
Bokuma nomu. Bokuma nomu. Bokuma nomu. I drink too. I also drink.
僕が行くよ。
Boku ga iku ya. Iku means go. Boku ga iku yo. Boku ga iku yo. It's me who goes. It's me who goes. The ga means it's me who goes. Yo, colloquial. Colloquial sentence. Colloquial sentence. Colloquial. Kathomi lumeni. Colloquial. Used in ordinary familiar conversation. Not formal or literally colloquial and everyday language. So colloquial. Yo, colloquial sentence ending particle. Meaning that the speaker informs the listener of something new. It makes the sentence sound more empathic and is often used in conversations. It's very common. You'll see many examples.
僕がバカだった。
僕がバカだった. I was an idiot. That time means past simple. I was an idiot. 僕がバカだった. I was an idiot, not someone else. The ga particle puts strong emphasis on the previous word. Remember, boku wa bakara, from one of the previous cards. It means, as for me, I'm an idiot. Boku ga bakada means I am the idiot. Or it's me who's the idiot. Not him. Doesn't make sense?
私が決める
私が決める。私が決める。私が決める。It's me who decides. 決める to decide, to choose, to determine. 私は決める。決める decide. 私は決める。が versus は
僕が残る
僕が残る。僕が残る。It's me who remains. I stay. 残る to remain, to be left, to remain. It's me who remains. 僕が残る。
私が相手だ
私が相手だ。I'm your opponent.
私が困る
私が困る。私が困る。困る to be troubled, to have difficulty. 私が困る。You don't mind running around half naked, but I have difficulty with this. The speaker refers to the fact that her companion does not want to buy new clothes and runs around half naked. He doesn't mind, but she is bothered by this.
素敵な夢
素敵な夢素敵な夢素敵な夢素敵な夢 This is wonderful. Suteki, lovely, wonderful. Suteki is a na adjective. Such an adjective describes the following noun. So something here is a wonderful dream. Note that the word na is put between the adjective and the noun. I'll explain this on the next
素
card.
敵だね。
素敵だね。素敵だね。素敵 Suteki Dane. Hello, bro. Good morning. Oyabin. Learning every day. I want to buy. I want to buy Street Fighter. But today I will go to the doctor later. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. No. No, tomorrow I have to work. After tomorrow, we play Street Fighter. Ne sentence ending particle. Let's buy Street Fighter, yes. But let me check. It's on stream. Is it on stream? Sutekida declares that something is wonderful. Sounds familiar. Where is it? Store. This is it. I will download Street Fighter and we play.
This is gonna be fun. I'm still on a journey. Traveling to new places, experiencing new things, meeting new faces, having good fights. Fight, drink, eat, sleep, repeat. Seriously, it's a good life. I'll pick up the check. Come on, get ready.
That's good.
Get down for one more. Time for a beatdown.
Okay. I will download and today I will go to the doctor. After tomorrow I will we play. The demo? No, we buy this one. What is this now? Ah, laptop is this PC computer? The laptop I work on. It's fixed now. Very. What is laptop in Japanese? Laptop?
ラップトップ
Ah, it's different. It's in Japanese. Laptop is no noto pa sokon. Noto pa sokon. Ah, okay. Hmm.
Note パソコン。
Noto pa sokon. Okay. Nice. Okay, we buy Street Fighter and we play.
Steki da ne.
Shuteki da ne. Shuteki da ne.
Steki da ne.
Shuteki da ne. Shuteki da ne. Declare that something is wonderful. Sounds familiar. Yes, we learned that da. Shuteki da ne. Da is attached to a noun and declares the state of being. But wasn't Shuteki also an adjective? Yes. Adjectives and nouns are pretty much the same. If you look up a word, e.g., on Jisho or Ji, you will often see noun and adjective as word type. Don't worry about the difference. Just keep in mind that noun plus da declares the noun as a state of being. Noun plus na acts as an adjective, describing another noun. Noun and na adjectives are pretty much the same. So noun plus da declares the noun as a state of being. Noun plus na acts as adjective describing another noun. Noun and na adjectives are pretty much the same. Good.
僕が神だ。
Boku ga kami da. I am the god. Boku ga kami da. It's me who's the god, and not someone else. The emphasis of boku also becomes clear from the intonation of this sentence. Press R to reply the audio.
僕が神だ。
Boku ga kami da. But that's not always the case. Kami, god.
大丈夫。私が行く。
Daijoubu, watashi ga iku. Calm down, I will go. It's me who goes, and not someone else. Together with Daijoubu, this is very interesting. The speaker expresses the following: it's okay, calm down, Daijoubu, because I go. Take care of the issue. Note that what I put in square brackets is not explicitly expressed in dedicated words. It's the figurative meaning created by Daijoubu.
大丈夫。僕がいる。
大丈夫、僕がいる。大丈夫、僕がいる。Calm down. I'm here. I'm there. 大丈夫。僕がいる。
大丈夫。僕がいる。大丈夫。僕がいる。
Because I am there. To be there, to exist. いる。To be there, to exist. 大丈夫。Listen to the music that's playing in the background and the ethereal voice. It seems like the speaker is some special being in trust.
大丈夫。僕がいる。
大丈夫。
僕が行くよ。
僕が行くよ。僕が行くよ。行くよ。僕が行くよ。Yo is for everyday speaking. It's me who goes. Iku, yo, colloquial sentence, ending particle, meaning that the speaker informs the listener of something new. It means the sentence sounds more empathic and is often used in conversations. It's very common. You'll see many examples.
私が決める。
私が決める。私が決める。It's me who decide. 決める decide.
僕が残る。
僕が残る。僕が残る。残る remain, stay. I am staying. It's me who remains. 残る。
素敵な夢。
素敵な夢。素敵な夢。That's wonderful. This is wonderful dream. Lovely, wonderful.
私が困る。
私が困る。It's me who's troubled. You don't mind running around half naked, but I have difficulties.
バカなやつ。
バカなやつ。バカなやつ。Yatsu guy person. The person over there is a stupid guy. Caution, Yatsu is a very unfriendly, derogatory way to refer to someone. Never use this when talking to someone. So why am I putting unfriendly words in here? I'm trying to keep the new terms on each card at exactly one. Especially in the beginning, this is difficult. So I sometimes need to use weird words. Besides, Yatsu is often used in anime, and baka is another example for that. Na. 素敵なもの。素敵なもの。This is a wonderful thing. Mono. Thing. Object. 素敵なもの。素敵なもの。
大事なもの。
大事なもの。Imagine the guy lost his wallet or a picture of his girlfriend. Oh no, this is a valuable thing. 大事。
大事なもの。
大事なもの。大事なもの。
素敵だね。
素敵だね。Wonderful, isn't it? Ne sentence ending particle that someone is looking for agreement. 素敵だね。
素敵だね。
素敵だね。Clear that something is wonderful. Sounds familiar? Yes, we learned that da is attached to a noun and declares the state of being.
バカなやつ。
バカなやつ。
大事なもの。
大事なもの。Important, valuable. Thing, object, article, tangible and wallet.
素敵なもの。
きなもの。
僕も寝る。
僕も寝る。僕も寝る。
僕も飲む。
僕も飲む。僕も飲む。
私も手伝う。
私も手伝う。私も手伝う。
今日もありがとな。
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 僕がバカだった。
僕がバカだった。
僕が。
Okay, let's do particles. Introduction to particles. Defining grammatical functions with particles. We want to now make good use of what we learned in the last lesson by associating a noun with another noun. This is done with something called particles. Particles are one or more hiragana characters that attach to the end of a word to define the grammatical function of that word in the sentence. Using the correct particles is very important because the meaning of a sentence can completely change just by changing the particles. For example, the sentence eat fish can become the fish eats simply by changing one particle. Wa topic particle.
Hi, I'm Take Kim, and this is the 14th lesson for learning Japanese from scratch. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to introduce a new topic into a conversation by using the topic particle. In the last lesson, we learned how to exchange a simple greeting by asking if the person was well. Hi, I'm Take Kim, and we also learned that we do not need to specify the subject when it's obvious based on the context, such as when asking about the person you're directly talking to. However, what if we wanted to talk about somebody else not in the conversation? In this case, we would use a topic particle to introduce a new topic into the conversation. For example, what if your friend had a scrappy dog named Batman and you wanted to ask how he was doing? In this case, we would use the topic particle to introduce Batman as a new topic into the conversation. First of all, let's briefly go over what particles are. They are one or more hiragana characters that are attached to the end of a word to sign a grammatical function. As the name suggests, the topic particle is attached to the end of a noun to introduce it as a new topic into the conversation. Specify the subject when it's. We also learned that in the last lesson, we learned how to exchange a simple greeting by asking if the person was well. We also learned that we do not need to specify the subject when it's obvious based on the context, such as when asking about the person you're directly talking to. However, what if we wanted to talk about somebody else not in the conversation? In this case, we would use a topic particle to introduce a new topic into the conversation. For example, what if your friend had a scrappy dog named Batman and you wanted to ask how he was doing? In this case, we would use the topic particle to introduce Batman as a new topic into the conversation. First of all, let's briefly go over what particles are. They are one or more hiragana characters that are attached to the end of a word to sign a grammatical function. As the name suggests, the topic particle is attached to the end of a noun to introduce it as a new topic into the conversation. It is written as ha, but is pronounced wa. Let's use the topic particle to ask how Batman is. First, we take the noun we want to make the topic Batman and attach the topic particle to the end. Batman wa. If you remember from the last lesson, the main verb must always come last, so we just end the sentence with the adjective and the implied state of being as before. The sentence then becomes Batman wa genki. Batman wa genki. The polite state of being is the same as we learned in the last lesson. Batman wa genki desu ka? Batman wa genki desu ka? It is very important to remember that the topic is not the same as what we consider to be the subject in English grammar. Notice that once a new topic is introduced, it will remain the topic, so it does not need to be repeated until the topic is changed. Batman wa genki desu ka? Hai, genki desu. One of the most common mistakes made by beginner Japanese students is to treat the topic particle like the subject in English and repeat it in every sentence. For this next example, we will learn two new words. Watashi, which means me, myself, and I, and inu, which means dog. In this example sentence, the topic is probably not the subject of the sentence. 私は犬です does not necessarily mean I am a dog. For example, somebody could be asking what kind of animal everybody likes, and you might answer, well, as for me, it's dogs. In order to reinforce the fact that the topic particle is introducing a new topic, you may want to translate it as for so-and-so. Now that we know the topic particle, let's learn some greeting expressions. Good morning is ohayo or ohayo gozaimasu for the polite form. Konnichiwa means good day, and konbanwa means good evening. These last two expressions are actually an abbreviation of a much longer sentence. How are you today and how are you this evening? That's why the ha at the end is pronounced wa, because it's the topic particle. To sum up, here's a simple dialogue between A and B. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Batman wa genki desu ka? Hai, genki desu. In this lesson, we learned how to introduce a new topic into the conversation by using the topic particle. Now that we know how to talk about other people, we will learn how to properly address them in the next lesson. So until then, see you next time.
Okay.
By the ha at the end, as for so-and-so. In order to reinforce the fact that the topic particle is introduced, for example, somebody could be asking what kind of animal everybody likes, and you might answer, well, as for me, it's dog. Simple sentence, the topic is for this next desu, repeated in every sentence. For this next example, we will learn genki desu. One of the most common mistakes made by
Batman wa genki desu ka? How is Batman? Hi. He's well. He is well.
by beginner Japanese in every sentence. For this next example, we will learn two new words. Watashi, which means me, myself, and I, and inu, which means dog. In this example sentence, the topic is probably not the subject of the sentence. Watashi wa inu desu does not necessarily mean I am a dog. For example, somebody could be asking what kind of animal everybody likes, and you might answer, well, as for me, it's dogs.
As for me, dog. Okay.
In order to reinforce the fact that the topic particle is introducing a new topic, you may want to translate it as for so-and-so. Now that we know the topic particle, let's learn some.
So what is as for me? Vocabulary. Gaku. Student. Say. Gaku. Un. Yes. Casual. Yes. Day. Tomorrow. Ashita. Ashita. Gaku. Un. Ashita. Un. No. Today. Kyo. 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 Ashita. Kyo. Exam. Shiken. Shiken. Gakusei. Ah, it's two words. It's one word. Gakusei. Okay. I thought it was either Gaku or Sei. Gakusei. The is Gaku, which means what it means. Gaku. No, it's a child and something above it. And the Sei means life. It's like in sensei, life or birth or raw. And this one is a child with something. So it's gakusei basically. No, it's student. No. study. Gaku. The first particle we learn is the topic particle. Topic particle identifies that that identifies what it is that you're talking about. Essentially, the topic of your sentence. Let's say a person says not student. Gakusei janai. This is a perfectly valid sentence in Japanese, but it doesn't tell us much without knowing what the person is talking about. The topic particle will allow us to express what our sentence are about. The topic particle is the character wa. Now, while this character is normally pronounced as ha, wa, it is pronounced wa. Only ha, it's pronounced wa. Only when it is being used as the topic particle. Bob, al, aris, arisu, arisu. Arisu wa gakusei is a student. Arisu wa gakusei. Arisu un gakusei. Here Bob is indicating that his question is about Alice. Notice that once the topic is established, Alice does not have to repeat the topic to answer the question about herself. Un gakusei. She doesn't need to say watashi wa gakusei. Bob John wa ashita. John is tomorrow. Arisu un ashita. John nai janai. Ashita janai. No, not tomorrow. Since we have no context, we don't have enough information to make any sense of this conversation. It obviously makes no sense for John to actually be tomorrow. Given a context, as long as the sentence has something to do with John and tomorrow, it can mean anything. For instance, they could be talking about when John is taking an exam. Arisu. Kyo wa exam. Iken. Okay. Iken. Kyo wa iken da. Today's exam. Bob. John wa. What about John? John wa ashita. John is tomorrow. As for John, the exam is tomorrow. The last example shows how generic the topic of a sentence is. A topic can be referring to any action or object from anywhere, even shiken. Shiken. Oh, okay. She. Why did I say E? Shiken. Exam. Ooh. about John. As for John, John wa ashita. As for John, the exam is tomorrow. The last example shows how generic the topic of a sentence is. The topic can be referring to any action or object from anywhere, including other sentences. For example, in the last sentence from the previous example, even though the sentence is about when the exam is for John, the word exam doesn't appear anywhere in the sentence. We will see a more specific particle that ties more closely into the sentence at the end of this lesson with the identifier particle. Shiken. The more inclusive topic particle. More means two, probably. Gakusen, un. Demo, but. Un, no. Another particle that is very similar to the topic particle is the inclusive topic particle. It is essentially the topic particle with the additional meaning of also, too. Basically can introduce another topic in addition to the current topic. The inclusive topic particle is the more character, and its use is best explained by an example. Bob, Arisu wa Gakusei is Alice a student. Arisu un Tomu mo Gakusei. I am also a student. No, Tomu. Tom is also a student. Yeah. And Tom is also a student. Tomu mo Gakusei. Tomu. Tom. The inclusion of mo must be consistent with the answer. It would not make sense to say I'm a student and Tom is also not a student. Instead, the wa particle to make a break from the inclusion as seen in the next example. Bob, Arisu wa Gakusei. Is Alice a student? Arisu. Domo, but demo, not domo. Demo. Domu wa Gakusei janai. Yes, but Tomu wa, as for Tom, he's not a student. Yeah, but Tom is not a student. Below is an example of inclusion with a negative. Arisu wa Gakusei un Tomu mo Gakusei janai. Tom, and Tom is also not a student. Tomu mo un, oh no. Is Alice a student? Un. Tomu mo, Tom also. Janai is not a student. Janai, Gakusei janai. Okay. The guy identifier. So far what we understand from here is that wa indicates the topic of the previous word. You establish the topic with wa, and mo is also, is too. Demo. Wait. The inclusion of mo must be consistent with the answer. It would not make sense to say I'm a student and Tom is also not a student. Instead, the use of wa particle to make a break from the inclusion as seen in the next example. So you cannot say un gakusei and tomu gakusei janai. You say yes, I am a student, un, but demo tomu wa. You insert the wa to make a break from the inclusion. Tomu wa gakusei janai. Okay. Think I understand. Vocabulary. Dore. Dore. Who. Gakusei. Watashi. Okay, so we can make a topic using the wa and mo. So the mo here is a topic for but. Maybe. But what if we don't know what the topic is? What if I wanted to ask who is the student? What I need is some kind of identifier because I don't know who the student is. If I use a topic particle, the question will become is who the student? And that doesn't make any sense because who is not an actual person? Who is not an actual person? This is where the ga particle comes into play. It is also referred to as the subject particle, but I hate that name since subject means something completely different in English grammar. Instead, I call it the identifier particle because the particle indicates that the speaker wants to identify something unspecified. What was that? Who? Daru, dare, dare, not dore, dare. Darega, darega gakusei. Who's the student? Who's the one that is a student? Dare gakusei. Who's the one that is a student? Garen gakusei. John gakusei. Darenga gakusei. Darenga gakusei. Darenga gakusei. John gakusei. John is the one who is a student. John gakusei. Bob wants to identify who among all the possible candidates is a student. Alice responds that John is the one. Notice, Alice could also have answered with the topic particle to indicate that. Speaking of John, she knows that he's a student, maybe not a student. You can see the difference in the next example. Dare ga gakusei. Dare ga gakusei. Who is... So we don't need desu ka? Who is the one that is a student? Who is the one that is a student? The same Garenga, Darenga, Gakusei wa Gakusei wa Dare? The student is who? Gakusei wa Dare? The student is who? The first sentence seeks to identify a specific person for student, while the second sentence is simply talking about the student. The student is who? Who is the student? Ga with wa, you cannot replace ga with wa. In the first sentence, because who, gakusei wa dare, dare ga gakusei. Wait. Gakusei ga, no, dare ga gakusei. Who is the one that's... As for the student, who is it? Who is the student? As for the student, who is it? The student is who. So you cannot replace ga with wa. The first sentence, because who would become the topic. And the question would become, is who a student? So if we say dare wa gakusei, as for who the student, is who a student, that will not make a sense. Dare ga gakusei makes the who the topic. The dare wa gakusei, as for who the student is, no sense. So you cannot replace ga with wa. The two particles wa and ga may seem very similar only because it is impossible to translate them directly into English. For example, the two sentences below have the same English translation. Watashi wa gakusei. Watashi ga gakusei. But this only works with this kind of example. When you put it in this way, it doesn't work. However, they only seem similar because English cannot express information about the context as succinctly as Japanese sometimes. Succinctly. Succinctly. Ευκρινώς. Okay. Sometimes can. In the first sentence, since watashi is the topic, the sentence means speaking about me. Speaking about me. I am a student. In the first sentence, since watashi is the topic, sentence means speaking about me. As for me, I am a student. However, the second sentence is specifying who the gakusei is. I am the student. Aha. As for me, I am a student. Watashi ga gakusei. I am the student. Can also think about the ga. If we want to know who the student is, the ga particle tells us it's watashi. Watashi is the student. But as for Watashi, he is the student. You can also think about ga particle as always answering a silent question. The second sentence might be answering a question. Who is the student? We often translate the topic particle as for, about, and the identifier particle as the one thing, to illustrate the difference. As for is wa, and the thing is ga. Okay, watashi wa gakusei. As for me, I am a student. I am the student. Watashi ga, I am the student. The wa and ga particles are actually quite different if you think of it the right way. The ga particle identifies a specific property of something, while wa particle is used only to bring a new topic of conversation. This is why the longer sentences, it is common to separate the topic with commas to remove ambiguity about which part of the sentence the topic applies to. Well, technically, it's the most likely translation given the lack of context. Note the order of topics covered are different in the video.
こんにちは、キムテイです。
こんにちは。
皆さんは元気ですか？私は元気ですよ。This is the 20th lesson for learning Japanese from scratch. In this lesson, we're going to learn about the ga identifier particle.
Ga.
Let's first start off by quickly reviewing the wa topic particle. We learned previously that the wa particle introduces a new topic to a conversation. We also learned that the topic particle doesn't define the subject of a sentence. For example, we saw watashi wa inu desu doesn't necessarily mean I'm a dog. It's saying, as for me, dogs. It could be, for example, an answer to the question, what kind of animal do you like? Now that we learned about adjectives, we know how to ask that question using the na adjective, suki. Suki na doubutsu wa nan desu ka? Watashi wa inu desu. Suki na doubutsu wa nan desu ka?
Suki.
Watashi wa inu desu. This translates to, as for likable animals. Suki na adjectives, an answer to the question, what kind of animal do you like? Now that we learned about adjective, an answer to the question,
Watashi wa inu desu.
what kind of animal do you like? Now that we learned about adjectives, we know how to ask that question using the na adjective, suki.
Suki. Dobu. Dobu. Dobutsi. 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 Nani? Nan.
好きな動物は何ですか？私は犬です。好きな
Tsukina. What did he say?
好きな動物は
Dobutsu. Tsukina dobutsu. Tsukina dobutsu wa
何ですか？ Using
何
the
ですか？
na adjective 好き。好きな動物は何ですか？
Tsukina dobusku wa. No. Tsukina dobutsu wa.
That question using the na adjective 好き。好きな
So, like animal wa. What animal do you like?
adjectives, we know how to ask that question using the na adjective 好き。好きな動物は何ですか？
Nobutsu wa
私は犬で
nan desu ka?
す。
The na adjective is this one. So, tsuki na adjective. Okay. Watashi wa inu desu. As for me, a dog.
好きな動物は何ですか？
Tsuki na
私は
dobutsu wa
犬です。
nan desu ka?
This translates to, as for likable animals, what is it? As
As for likable animals, what is it?
As for me, dog. In this fashion, the topic particle allows us to indicate what we want to talk about. However, what if we don't know what the topic is? What if we're trying to identify an unknown? Let's say, for example, somebody you know is clearly enjoying a book. She bought all the volumes in hardcover and even watched all the movie adaptations. You're baffled as to why somebody would enjoy this book and want to find out just what is good about it. Can we use the topic particle to find out? What if you asked, 本は面白い?
本は
As for book, interesting? Okay, that makes sense. We're asking if the book is interesting, but that's not what we're after. We already know the book is interesting to her. We want to know what about the book is interesting. Okay, what if we try to use a topic particle with a question word? 何は面白い? This becomes as for what, interesting? We're basically asking if what is interesting. That makes no sense, so we can never use the topic particle with question words. The topic particle obviously doesn't work if we don't know what the topic is, so we need a particle to identify unknowns, which is the ga particle. This particle is used to identify an unknown, usually among many other possible choices or candidates. For example, if you ask 何が面白い, it doesn't just mean what is interesting. You're trying to identify the thing that is interesting. So a more accurate translation would be something along the lines of, what is it that's interesting? Or, what is the thing that's interesting? Similarly, if you answered これが面白い, it doesn't simply mean this is interesting. You're identifying this as the thing or the one that's interesting among all the other possible candidates. これが面白い. With the ga particle, we can now try to identify what's so interesting about the book. As you can see, the topic is book because we're still talking about the book, but we can now seek to identify something unknown about the book. その本は何が面白い? その本は何が面白い? Likewise, we can use the ga particle to identify, for example, the story as a thing that was interesting about the book. その本は何が面白い? 話が面白い。その本は何が面白い? 話が面白い。So with the ga particle, we can now ask, as for that book, what is it that's interesting? And answer, the story is the thing that's interesting. So now we know that the ga particle is used to identify unknowns, which is why I call it the identifier particle. However, it's sometimes referred to as the subject marker. We already know that the wa particle doesn't indicate the subject, so is that the main difference between wa and ga? Does ga in fact mark the subject of a sentence? Let's take a look at a simple example. 犬は好きじゃない。犬が好きじゃない。
犬は好きじゃない. I don't like. As for dogs, I don't like. Doesn't like. 犬が dog doesn't like. Okay.
Now, if you translate these two sentences without too much thought, you might end up with dog doesn't like and dog doesn't like. The two translations look identical, but remember the specific roles the two particles play. A more accurate translation would look like this. The first sentence introduces dog as a new topic. We don't even know if the dog doesn't like something or if someone doesn't like dogs. All we know for sure is that the topic is dogs and something or someone is not liked. Normally, the context of the conversation would tell us more, but with just one sentence, it's purely guesswork. The second sentence identifies the dog as the one that doesn't like. That sure sounds like dog is indeed the subject. In fact, without more context, it's perfectly reasonable to read the sentence as saying the dog is the one that doesn't like something. However, if we add watashi as a topic, we end up with watashi wa inu ga suki janai, which becomes, as for me, dog is the one that's not liked. So if the topic is me and we're identifying the dog as the thing that's disliked, the sentence is now saying, I don't like dogs, which makes dogs the object, not the
私は犬が好きじゃない。好きじゃないよ。
subject of the sentence. So it's clear that the ga particle, not
As for me, dog is the one that don't
the
not
subject
like.
of the sentence. So it's clear that the
Ga.
ga particle doesn't always mark the subject of the sentence. Actually, all this talk about subject and object is pretty much meaningless in Japanese, because the role wa and ga plays as the topic and identifier really have no English equivalent. In fact, while we'll learn about the object marker later, there is no particle to mark the subject of a sentence. The beauty of the Japanese language is that many things are understood from context. We can understand a word to be the subject purely based on context, even when there's no particle at all. Because English and other languages require a subject to be grammatically complete, a truly literal translation of Japanese would have a lot of he, she, it, they, because Japanese simply doesn't need to specify which. So it's best to avoid trying to compare or translate these fundamentally different concepts to English. Also, don't try to compare wa and ga. Have you ever had a test or homework that asked you to choose between the two? These types of exercises are misleading because there are really no wrong answers. The only difference is which is more appropriate given the situation. Well, except that you can never use question words with the topic particle as we saw earlier. These types of questions are also misleading because you can always rearrange or reword a sentence to use either ga or wa. For example, in the beginning of this lesson, we asked what animal you liked with the topic particle by saying, 好きな動物は何ですか? But we could also rephrase the same question using the ga particle, as in, 動物は何が好きですか? Just like any other language, there are many ways to phrase the same thing, which you can do as long as you remember the core functions of the particles. Forget about anything.
動物は as for animals 何が好きですか?
Which you can do as long as you remember the core functions of the particle.
The second one is better question. 好きな動物は
Forget about English grammar and try not to compare wa and ga. Just remember that wa is for introducing a new topic and ga is for identifying something, and keep practicing with real-world examples. You'll soon get the hang of it. Finally, here's an example dialogue for you cat lovers out there. 好きな動物は何ですか? 犬が好きです。A さんは? 私は猫が好きです。猫は好きじゃないですか? 猫のどこがダメですか? 私は猫が好きなんですか? Dialogue for you cat.
好きな動物は何ですか? What animal do you like? 犬が好きです。さんは猫。どこなめ not good. すみません。sorry. さんは sorry の私は猫が好きです。As for me, I like cats. 猫は好きじゃないんですか? 猫は好きじゃないですか? You don't like cats? 猫のどこがダメですか? Where is the cat?
Cat lovers out there. 好きな動物は何ですか?
Sorry.
犬が好きです。A さんは? 私は猫が好きです。猫は好きじゃないですか? 猫のどこがダメですか? すみません。好きな動物は何ですか? 犬が好きです。A さんは? 私は猫が好きです。猫は好きじゃないですか?
As for Asan, さんは
猫のどこがダメですか? すみません。 The translation is more literal to show the role Wa and Ga are playing. However, a more natural translation would be, what animal do you like? I like dogs. What about you? I like cats. You don't like cats? What's wrong with cats? Sorry. In this
犬が好きです。あさんは
です。A さんは
Let's go to the next one. Exercises. Party. So basically, I think, a little bit we understood the difference between wa and ga, even if not completely, but a little bit. Slowly, we build. We build on that. We either do exercises or we do adjectives. I think we do the exercises and we close for today. No, after that we watch a playlist from here. Watch a few videos and do some kanji. Still got some kanji to do. Some Anki. To start with, I have listed what, nani, projection. Projection is read as projection. Utsu. Utsu. Or A. Utsu or A. Utsu. Picture is E, I think. Enga. Enga. Engaku. Or ku. Ga. E. Picture. He. Kare. Female onna. Previous. I don't know. He. I know now. I know the word now. Now I have to know it. Now is ima. Ima. He. Ima. Bright. Bright is day kanji with moon kanji. So day kanji bright is aka. Aka or mei. Aka. No. Much. Lead. Brush. Enter. Naka. Naka. No, not naka. No. Naka means in. Enter is. Forgot. Kuchi. Exit is. Shutsu. Shutsu or. Forgot. Plan. Right. Building. Mizu. Mizu. Goko. Itsu. Doshito. Doshite. Doshite. Why? Itsu. When? Doko. Doko, where? Do, how? Dore, which? Meeting, mite, mitengu, te, mitengu, meeting. Ah, it's an English word. Ah, mitengu. Boru, pon, ballpoint pen, pen, boru pen, boru pen. Two English words. Nani, dare, who, movie, eiga, eiga, hikare, she, kanojo, kanojo. She is kare plus onna, so kanojo. Ore, ome, mizu, mizu, water, mizu. Kino, kino, kyo, kyo, today, kyo, kyo, mizu. Rain is ome, ame, ame means rain. Huh. Looks like rain, ame. Kanojo, kanojo. Kare, mizu, kyo, kyo. Ashita, acquaintance. Shiri, shiriai, shiriai. Enpitsu, 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 pencil. Enpitsu. Shigoto, 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 shigoto. Work, shigoto, work. Iriguchi, 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 entrance. Enter, iriguchi. Exit. Neguchi, iriguchi, iriguchi, and neguchi. Neguchi. Toshokan, Toshokan. Library. Basic practice with wa. Let's first get used. Okay. One exercise, three exercise, four exercises. Let's let's first get used to the basic concept of particles by making some very simple sentences with them. This first exercise, we're going to use the topic particle to explain the current topic of conversation. Remember, the topic particle wa is always pronounced as wa. And it's always pronounced as wa. Sample. What is this? Topic Arisu. Arisu wa. What is this? Sample. A word kanji plus who, dare, Dare. Oh. Word kanji plus something is dare. Where? Dare. Who? Who? Arisu wa who? As for Alice, who? Who is she? Topic Arisu. So Japanese topic. Topic is ga ku no. Ga. It's not gakusei. It's something else. It's not gakusei. What is it? Gakusei. Topic is this one. Gakko. Gakko. School. Gakko. School. Gakko. So doko. Let's open Photoshop and solve some exercises. So new. Okay. Create new. Clipboard. The T. Change the color to white. So do. Gakko. Do wa do. Do. Japanese. Do. Doko. Wa. Do, ko. Okay. Wa. Et wa. Make it. Ah. Why don't we write ha? Oh my god. Dashi wa. Where is school? Gakko. Gakko. Why you change this one? Gakko. Gakko des de su ka. Gakko desu ka. Okay. Do shito. Do shito. Do shito. No, yes, do shito. Do shito, do shito, do shito. Why? Do shito. Why is that? So, so, re, wa, sore wa, do, do, shi, te, do shite, no do shito. Do shite, desu. Do shite desu ka. Wait, I don't know if they write desu ka. I'm just. Do shi, dore wa, do shite desu ka. Lorem ipsum. Itsu. Itsu means where or when. Itsu. Itsu when. Itsu means when. When is meeting? Meitingu. Me. Middle in the line. Me. But me in katakana. Oh. Oh, it's there. Meitingu. Tingu. Wa. Wa. Itsu. Desu ka? I. Tsu. De. Desu ka? Oh, it's ready. Okay, easy. T. Hmm. Kore. This. What is this? Ko. Ko. Re. Wa. None. This means none. Hmm. Na. None but. None. None. Desu ka? None de. Ska. Oh, easy. Japanese is easy. So bright. No, bright. No, that's what. What was that? Bright. It's not bright. It's movie. It's a movie. So movie. How is it pronounced? Pronounced movie. Eiga. Eiga. E. I. Ga. Eiga. Wa. Eiga wa. Do. Do. U. Doun desu ka? De. Su. Ka. Easy. Hmm. Middle school. That's middle school. Middle is chu. Chu. Ga. Ju. Chu. Gaku. Gakusei. Da. Dun gakusei da. He's middle school student. Middle school student. So kare. Ka. Re. Kare wa. Kare kare. Only want kare. Kare wa kare wa kare wa middle school student. How is it pronounced? It's we said it's chu chu ga ku se I gakusei. There is no so it's chu. Okay. Chu ga ku gaku sei. Is this one, but without the second one. Gakusei da. Gakusei da des. Do we need des? Let's put it there and correct it later. Hmm. She's a teacher. Sensei da. Kanojo. Ka no jo. Kanojo. So kanojo is kare plus onna, which is woman. Kare, he plus woman becomes she, which becomes kanojo. Wa, kanojo wa, sen, sei, sen, sei. No. Wa, sen, sensei. Sensei da, de, sensei da des, or only sensei da. I don't know. That's Ashita. No, that's Kyo. Kyo. Ki. Kyo. Kyo wa. Kyo wa. Today is rain. Kyo wa. Rain. How is rain pronounced? Ame. 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 A. Me. Des. Des. Do we need this? I don't know. To Ashita ame. Kyo ame. Bo. Bobu. Ah, Bob. Bob. Mm, bo, bu, bobu, but in katakana. Wa, Bob is a friend. Tomodachi. Bob, tomodachi desu. Bobu wa tomodachi. Yeah, there it is. Tomodachi desu. Bobu tomodachi desu. Topic is kare. Kare wa re wa is here acquaintance. 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 Iri I. Iri I. Iri I. Iri I. Acquaintance. 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 There's no acquaintance. Wait, it's this one is E. No, it's Shirii. Shirii. And also this one is she. This one Ri. Ah. E. Okay. What's going on? So she. Why did it close? No. All of this progress. Why did it close? Oh, we lost our progress. Anyways. There's no finding it. But I remember my answers, so it's whatever. What this? So we don't need this guy. I always added this guy. We don't need Gaku. Gakko wa de doko. Sore wa doshite. We don't need this guy then. Meeting wa itsu. I also added this guy and this. Bobu wa tomodachi. No need for this. Kyou wa rain. Ame. Kyou wa ame. Okay, no need for this. Movie. Eiga. Eiga. Movie. Eiga. Eiga. Eiga wa dou. Eiga wa dou. これは Kore wa nani? What is this? Okay, easy. But without the desu ka. So fill in the blank with the correct particle, either wa or mo. I'm going to. Hello, washerman. Tomodachi. It's going great. Not so great. I pain my ear. I'm going to go to the doctor. My right ear is I cannot hear anything from my right ear. Now we're going to practice getting used to the difference between the wa and mo. Sentence. No, the not the headphones. The ear, my ear is pain, a lot of pain. Could think of to make obvious which particle should be used. Remember, point is get a sense of when to use inclusive particle instead of particle. Remove this one. Okay, let's do this exercise. T. So mo wa or mo? My ear doesn't work well. Yes. So kyo wa i kyo wa ame kyo wa ame kyo wa ame da. Tomorrow. No, that's not tomorrow. That's not tomorrow. Yesterday. Kino. Took a call in English from recruitment agency. I could understand almost all of them cause he spoke slowly for me, but it was too difficult to explain a job. What do I want to do? Ah, okay. From an English agency. I could understand almost all of them. They spoke slowly for me, but it was. You need to practice. You need a lot of practice in English. I have the same difficulty. I cannot speak very well in English. You need an English friend who can speak English. But so, but did you prepare for the interview, for the call? It's better because it's a call. It's better if you write it down. Write down what you do, and while holding the phone, while talking to the phone, reading what you reading what you wrote. Especially because it's on the phone, it's easily to read and talk. It's not necessary. Yeah, as I told you before, you can write it down. I always write things on my textbook. English, in Greek, in Japanese, in Spanish. Always write down. Like prepare before you call. Ah, suddenly, you cannot suddenly. You They surprised you. Surprise attack. You cannot prepare for a surprise. Exactly. What do we do? So what happened? Did they understand? What did you what happened next? Finally, I told him, please send me an email. Ah, yeah, maybe in email, maybe when you write it down, you can explain better. Uh, it's a recruitment agency, so they will find you a job. Writing and reading is easier because you have time. Yes. So they will find you a job. Hopefully, my friend. Write them a good email. Also use ChatGPT to explain better. Hopefully they find you, my friend. I pray for you. Oh, Mo. Oh. Jimu. Jimua. Person. Jimua. Tell me, my friend, when will you be? I'm waiting for it. And hi. I'm going to be famous soon, soon enough. We can work together and teach Japanese together. Sounds good. Tell me, my friend, tell me when you get the job. When you get the job, tell me. Let's celebrate together here. Absolutely. We celebrate here. Yesterday. Jo, Jimu, Jimu wa. Absolutely. Domo, watashi ga. No. Kore wa mizu. Kore wa, kore, kore wa mizu. Kore wa so. So. What does so mean? So. I have it here maybe. Sore means that. Dore. Soko. Depends on the context. So this one is sore, kore, which means this is water. Sore wa mizu, This is water. Sore. Mo. So. Sore mo. So. Sore mo. This is also. This is water. This is also. Sore wa body pen. Body pen da. Kore wa, not sore wa. Kore wa. In this case, so means this is. This is also. So true. Correct. Okay. This is. So, これは、ボボルペンだ。でも、but、それが、それが、それが、ボールペンじゃない、じゃないよ。So, this is not a pen ball. This is a pen ball, but this is not a pen ball. Work. 仕事。仕事。Shiroto. When will you get Shiroto? 2 and 4 are what? 2? Wa. Ah, wa. Yes, yes, correct. It's wa and wa and mo. Shiroto wa. I will fix it now. Shiroto wa ashita. Shiroto. Until for 1 month. By 1 month. Shiroto. Mr. Washerman needs Shiroto. Shigoto. Ah, Shigoto. Shigoto. Mr. Washerman needs Shigoto. Re today. So Ashita no Shigoto wa Ashita. Ashita. Today is Kyo. Shiroto wa Ashita. Kyo mo Shiroto. No. Kyo Kyo wa Shiroto janai da. Janai katta. Janai katta. Work tomorrow. As for work tomorrow, there is tomorrow. Kyo, today there is no work. So, shiroto wa ashita. Kyo wa kyo wa 今日は仕事。仕事、仕事、仕事。仕事。じゃない。じゃないかった。今日は仕事じゃないかった。I think is this correct. So, ここは入りし入り口、入り口、ここは入り口の enter here。ここ means here。ここは入り口。exit、出口、入り口。ここは入り口。出口、もうここだ。もうここだ。Okay, let's see. Let's toggle the responses. Oh, it's not getting smaller. Uh, so, mo, correct. Mo, wa, mo. Perfect Japanese. Perfect score. What is going on in the brains of Japanese language learners? Doesn't make sense. I have no idea. I'm just learning every day. But it's correct. I don't know how to decide which are correct. Ah, this is not correct. This is not correct. ここは入り口。出口。出口もここだ。Six is both. ここは入り口。出口もここだ。Easy. ここは、出口はここだ。出口はここだ。Can it be is the same? ここは入り口。出口もここだ。Simple. As simple as that. 明日、仕事。仕事は明日。仕事は明日。今日は仕事じゃないかった。is simple. Very simple. Particle exercises with は、も、が。So, if the entrances and exits were side by side next to each other on the same wall, you can say both. If the entrances and exits were side by side Mm, next to each other on the same wall, you can say both. Okay. So this means, as for here, this is the exit. Uh, here is also the the entrance. As for here is the entrance. Here is also the entrance. The exit. Here is also the exit. As for the exit is here. Ah, it can be both. It can be both. I want to explain with infograph. But yeah, you are correct. It can be both. As for the exit, it can be here as well. It can be both, but you cannot use wa two times. Instead of using two times wa, you use mo, which means the same thing. Depends on the distance each other. Okay. For example, in English, you can't say here is the exit, here is the entrance. But you say here is the exit and here is also the entrance. So you don't use, so the sentence becomes more lively, if you know what I mean. Becomes more lively, yes. You don't use the same sentence two times. So here is the entrance. Here is also the exit. The exit is also here. Here is the entrance. The exit is also here. You cannot say here is the entrance and the exit is here. It becomes boring. The sentence becomes boring. If you understand what I mean. You add also to become to be that to make the sentence more pretty, more nice, more lively. Particle exercises with wa, mo, and ga. This exercise we will practice all three particles by identifying which one should be used for different types of situations. Remember that uh, remember that the ga particle is only used when you want to identify something out of many other possibilities. If you say wa, you have to point the finger. Point, yes. Yes, you point the finger on the exit, on the deguchi. Deguchi. Iriguchi. You point finger at here. Point finger here, you point finger at deguchi. Remember that the ga particle is only used when you want to identify something out of many other possibilities. While there are some cases where both wa and ga makes sense grammatically because they mean different things, the correct one all depends on what you want to say. Fill in the blank with the correct particle, either wa, mo, or ga. Let's fill this one. Wait. New. Where are the layers? Ashes. Layers. Okay, fill in the blanks. Wa, ga, and mo. So, that's bomu. Bomu. No, that's jomu. Arisu. Point. Arisu. Arisu. Tongend. Which means who? Dare. Dare. Arisu ga. Dare. Arisu ga dare. Arisu ga dare. Incorrect. Arisu wa. Arisu wa. So I will write. I will fix it. That's Arisu wa. 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 But why? Why? So Arisu wa dare. As for Alice, who is she? Alice, who is? Uh, why is the worst question for Japanese? Of course, I don't know. It's just that. It's just wa. This one is. I know it, but why is it not here? Not here. Why is it not here? I definitely know this one, but forgot. Wa and ga are very confusing. Are very confusing, but you have to listen to the Japanese people how to speak in order to get used to it. I think it's not something you learn. It's not something you know why. That's why That's why is the worst question for Japanese. You have to get used to it. You have to, you have to listen to the Japanese people speak over and over and over until you get used to it, and you know, you know how to use it without knowing why. Bomu, bobu. What is it? Wa includes other things there are. God doesn't. Wa includes other things. Tomodachi. Ah, that's why I know it. Oh, Tomodachi. So Tomodachi da. Konojo. Kanojo. Janai. Janayo. Jongo. Jon. Kanojo. 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 So, Tomodachi da. Kanojo. Kanojo arisu da. Eh, she. She's also. No. Tomodachi da. She is Alice. So, ga. Has to be ga. Tomodachi da. Kanojo. In this case, you can say all. I'm going to put ga and also. But no, how can you put also? Depends on the situation. This is my friend. You say, this is my friend. Tomodachi da. She is Alice. How can you? You cannot say mo. She is also Alice. Is possible. Kanojo. Kanojo ga Arisu. Or kanojo wa Arisu. You can put the same. For example, if you know only the name of Alice, before you can say ga. Tomodachi da. Kanojo ga Arisu. Arisu. Kore. If you meet Alice for the first time, you can say wa. Ah, okay. Can say wa. So Tomu talks to Bob. Arisu wa. If you know another Alice who is Bob's friend, you can say Omo. This is. I think it's the between. If we must try to figure out if Tom knows Alice. If Tomu knows Alice, then we say Ga. If Tom meets Alice for the first time, we must add Wa. Let's see. Let's see. There is. I don't think there is another Alice, so we don't put Mo. Uh, who? Dare. Dare. So Arisu wa. So Arisu wa dare. Tomodachi da. Arisu wa dare. Who is Alice? Tomodachi da. Bob says Tomodachi da. A friend. She is my friend. She is Alice. A friend. She is Alice. Ah, she's showing him. Welcome to Japanese. She is Alice. Tomodachi da. She is Alice. So Tomu, Arisu, wa dare. Who is Alice? Okay. A friend. She is Alice. Ga. I think ga. We see then. Now this one is score. Aris kore wa nan. Kore wa nan. Bob. Kore. Dare. No. What is this? Pencil. En petsu. En petsu. En petsu. Kore. Kore wa nan? Kore en pet. Kore ga en petsu. Kore ga en petsu. En pitsu. En pitsu. En pi. En pitsu. Are. Are means. What does are mean? Are. Doko, itsu, do, shito, do, dore, meetingu. What is are? Are means that. Are means that. Why is it not here? Are, that. Are en pitsu. Are wa en pitsu. Are wa en pitsu. Ah, are mo. That is also a pen. Are en pitsu. Are mo en pitsu. That is also a pen. are pen penda. Are wa penda. Are wa penda. I don't know why. I don't know why. I just put it like this. Just a feeling. So plan. This one is plan. Ah, there it is. Library. Doshokan. 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 Goko. Doshokan. Goko. Where is the Toshokan? Where is the Toshokan? Toshokan wa where? As for the library, where? Toshokan. Koko. Koko wa. Koko wa. Toshokan ga. I think Toshokan ga. Toshokan ga. Toshokan ga. Toshokan ga. Doko? Koko wa Toshokan da. Soko? Soko means? What is Soko? Questions of this section have many answers, so you just need to get used to it. Yes. Opposite. Soko means opposite. So, Soko, Shokodan. Toshokan. Toshokan. Soko, Toshokan janai, janayo. Soko, Soko janai, Soko janayo. Toshokan koko da. Library is here. Ah, okay. I understand. Soko mo. Mo. Is this also, is the opposite also library or Shotokan? Not Shotokan. Toshokan. Toshokan. Isn't the opposite also Toshokan? The opposite is not. Is not. Toshokan is here. Koko. Toshokan wa here. I think that's correct. Do you, Toshokan wa doko and koko ga. Toshokan and koko. Opposite. That's what you mean opposite. I can imagine many situations in this case. Ga. No, wa. What does soko mean? Soko. Ga. There. There is also Toshokan. Jan. Isn't there also Shotokan? Janayo. No. There is No. Toshokan is here. Ga, if we put Koko, we must put, or maybe not. I don't know. Let's see the answers. Let's check. Okay. Wa, correct. Wa. No, that's yes. That's it. Arisu wa, correct. Tomodachi da. Kanocho ga. Correct. Correct. Second one. Kore wa. Kore wa nan. Ah. Kore mistake. We have mistake here. Let's make it as red. Yeah, whatever, mistake. We have one mistake. But the next one is are mo. Are mo. So what is this one? Are mo. Enpitsu. Enpitsu. Are mo enpitsu. Are wa, correct. Are wa enpitsu. Toshokan. Toshokan wa. Ah, correct. Toshokan wa doko. Koko ga Toshokan da. No. Two mistakes. Soko wa Toshokan janai. Soko mo Soko wa Toshokan janai. Soko janai. Toshokan wa koko da. Koko. So, two mistakes. We put the ga here. Put the ga here. And the mo here where we shouldn't. Okay. Yeah. Think we learned a lot. Welcome to Japanese language. Let's do this. Finish this one. What do you not play it?
僕がバカだった。
僕がバカだった。
僕も寝る。
僕も寝る。
今日もありがとな。
今日もありがとな。
僕も飲む。
僕もなむ。
私も手伝う。
私も手伝う。
私が相手だ。
私が相手だ。
僕が神だ。バカ。
We do it later. Let's watch some stories. But first of all, stop the streaming on YouTube because it's copyrighted.